What separates us from our closest animal relatives? Is it language tools or something less tangible? Imagine two infants, one human, one chimpanzee, raised as siblings. This isn't fiction. In 1931, a real experiment set out to blur the line between human and ape, probing the age-old debate nature versus nurture. A couple decided to raise a chimpanzee alongside their own child, not in a lab, but in their home. The goal, to see if a chimpanzee, given a human upbringing, could learn to act, think, and even communicate like a human. The infants wore the same clothes, ate the same food, and were potty trained together. Every detail was meticulously recorded, every milestone and setback noted. But in their quest to humanize an ape, the experimenters overlooked a crucial possibility: the ape's influence on the human child. The outcome would challenge their assumptions and force them to end the experiment sooner than expected. At the heart of this study were Dr. Winthrop Kellogg, a comparative psychologist, and his wife, Luella. Inspired by stories of feral children, they wondered, what if an animal were raised by humans? In 1931, they brought home Gua, a 7-month-old chimpanzee, to be raised alongside their infant son, Donald. Their home became a living laboratory, with both infants treated as identically as possible. Every aspect of their development was documented: motor skills, memory, problem-solving, and more. The Kellogg's core question: could nurture override nature? Could Gua learn to walk upright, follow commands, or even speak? They watched closely, day by day, to see where the paths of human and chimpanzee would converge and where they would inevitably diverge. Life in the Kellogg household was a study in equality. Gua wore diapers, shoes, and rompers, bathed and ate with Donald, and played with the same toys. Early on, Gua developed faster. Her motor skills and problem-solving outpaced Donald's. She learned to use tools, walk short distances upright, and even comfort Donald when he cried. The Kellogg's documented Gua's surprising adaptability and intelligence. For a time, it seemed the experiment was proving the power of environment. Gua was not just mimicking, she was learning and integrating into the family. Both infants were disciplined and praised the same way, and Gua often seemed more eager to please. The chimpanzee, in many ways, appeared more advanced than her human brother, at least at first. Despite Gua's progress, one barrier remained: language. She could understand words and follow commands, but her vocalization stayed chimp-like. Meanwhile, Donald began to imitate Gua, barking for food, panting when excited, even biting to show affection. The experiment's goal reversed. Instead of Gua becoming more human, Donald was becoming more ape. At 18 months, Donald's language lagged behind, and his communication mirrored Gua's. The Kellogg's realized their son's development was at risk. The ethical dilemma was clear: continue the research, or protect their child. The choice was difficult, but necessary. The experiment ended abruptly. The line between human and animal had blurred in ways they never anticipated. After 9 months, the Kellogg's ended the study. Gua was returned to the primate center, where she died less than a year later. Donald, separated from Gua, quickly shed his ape-like behaviors and developed normally, later becoming a psychiatrist. The Kellogg's published their findings sparking debate about ethics in science. The experiment raised questions still relevant today. Should a child or animal be subjected to such an environment? Modern standards would forbid it. The story of Donald and Gua is a cautionary tale about the limits of nurture, the power of nature, and the responsibilities of science. It showed that while environment shapes us, our biological blueprint cannot be erased. The line between human and animal is both deep and at times unnervingly thin.